Good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody. How is everybody? I always have to ask. All right, woohoo! Good to hear it. Thank you for your time this morning. I appreciate you showing up on Tuesday. It's a good way to kind of find out what's going on within the building, the facility, what's just happening through the week. So appreciate your time. It also gives you an opportunity to chit chat. And enjoy coffee and a treat in the morning on Tuesdays. If you're a new resident, come on down. It's also a great opportunity to meet new people. So Tuesdays. Today is November 14th already. Time is ticking. It is a special day today. It is the resident council election. Woohoo! So if you haven't voted, make sure you get your vote in, and they'll be doing the count. Isn't that correct, Jeff?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's the big thing for today. In addition, I just want to let you know, so the Jersey Boys, which is on Saturday the 25th, make sure your check is in. Make sure you are aware that the departure time is 10:30 a.m. It's an earlier departure so that the meal starts at 11, so I made sure everybody should be aware. I called everybody, but just FYI, another reminder, Jersey Boys, the Chanhassen, Saturday 25th, departure time is 10:30 a.m. Also, if you are signing up for excursions, make sure you're double checking that you have your name on the list, that you've signed up correctly for the correct the excursion, and that you have a check-in. That helps me greatly. I have been making sure and documenting the check number so that there's, I have a double check on the signature and a check. If you're leaving cash, make sure it's in an envelope stating which excursion it is. That helps me greatly. That's been an issue, so anything like that is important. Also, if you are a new resident, if you would be so kind to check in from either 7 a.m. to 3 with either the West or East concierge or myself on Thursdays is a great day to get your photo taken. That way we can make sure and get it in the book here, and people do reference it as a tool to match a name to the face. So it's easy for that to just kind of fall through the cracks and those photos not to be taken. So if you'd be so kind, if you're a new resident and have yet to take a photo, talk to me or the concierge during the daytime and get your photo taken. Thank you on that one.
Where is your office?
My office is right down here in the atrium. Thank you. That's a good point. If you're a new resident and you have yet to meet me, pop in either in my exercise class, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or my office is right down here in the atrium. And I would love to get to know you. I have people come in and we chit-chat at any time. And if I'm not available, I'll let you know I'm super busy, but usually I always have time, or try at least. Okay, I'll move on to what's going on for the week here. Right away at 10 a.m., we have Dr. Marguerite Ragnow. She's the curator of this James Ford Library of the University of Minnesota. So she'll be here at 10 a.m., and she is going to be, her title of her discussion today is Lions and Tigers and Unicorns, oh my. In a world where medieval unicorns and mermaids represented the familiar as much as cats and horses, early modern Europeans often had difficulty making sense of many new species they encountered on their travels around the world. Nevertheless, they approached all of these creatures with curiosity and wonder. So she'll go in and discuss that. She's an interesting, knowledgeable woman. So if you have time, head up to Marion Hall at 10 a.m. Also, today is art class with Terry Berg. There is still room. You can sign up. That is at from 1 to 3 in the art room. Please consider as the months pass that someone has donated extra monies so that the cost of those particular class I believe has lessened, and we want to keep them going. So if you would just consider signing up and participating if you have yet to do so, or if you've ever tried that, never tried it. Give it a shot. You might enjoy it or meet new people. So there's my plug for that. And it's a painting, isn't it a painting of the Eiffel Tower? That's the project today, I believe, Lori? So there's a painting of the Eiffel Tower, so there's still room. Okay, also at 3 p.m. is bandage rolling. And then I'll move on to tomorrow. Wednesday the 15th, 11 to 1 p.m., it's our Mary's Medical Research, and that's always down here. And it's for a good cause, so go ahead and take a look at the goods. It goes for research. TED Talks are always on Wednesdays. It's recorded. The 3 topics for this week are the diagnostic odyssey of rare genetic disease. Can the US and China take on climate change together? Wouldn't that be fabulous? Oh. And the third is birds aren't real, how conspiracy takes flight. Those are the 3 topics that are recorded on 991 for TED Talks on Wednesdays. At 1:30 on Wednesdays, there's 500. This week, on Wednesday, from 3 to 4 is alterations. If you're a new resident and not aware, you can sign up for the alterations by my office. That's where you sign up for excursions. That's where you sign up for alterations. There's a little book and a little cove over there, and that's where you would sign up. So this Wednesday, 3 to 4, alterations. 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, of course, is bingo and 500, and I hear that there has just been great success with bingo. Probably 500 as well, so keep that coming. That's a lot of fun when there's a lot of people enjoying that game. Thursday, the 16th, 9/11 is a recorded coffee chats, just in case you're not able to make it on Tuesday mornings. 10 a.m. is our vision loss support group, and that meets up in Marion Hall. So if if you're interested in learning more about that, you yourself suffer are dealing with vision loss, please join in. It's a great support group. So that is at 10 a.m. Thursday in Marion Hall. At 3:40, there's a departure for the Wayzata High School. And it is a free production, Cinderella. And the doors open, seating starts at 4 p.m., so please be prompt. On Thursday at 3:40, be ready to hop on the bus. And of course, there's only room for 21, so make sure that you are double checking that you are on that list and that you're not beyond. If you're on the waiting list and there's 21, you are unable to go. But there's always cancellations, so make sure you are watching the list. And isn't it wonderful? It's a free production for seniors, that they're offering that to us, so I think that's pretty wonderful, and I hear Wayzata High School puts on some pretty fabulous productions. So, yes, I'm excited about that. Friday the 17th, 1 p.m. is Coffee Chats, and recorded again, and bridge and poker at 1 p.m. 4 p.m. is our happy hour, and 7 p.m. is our movie every Friday. Sorry about the mix-up for the movie last Friday. There was so much hubbub with the Veterans Celebration and honoring the veterans that I left the building without starting the movie. So I apologize for that, but of course, Ellen just saved the day and chose a different movie, and everything went as according as it should. There was something to watch that was fun. So, The Butler is the movie for 7 p.m., and that is Cecil Gaines serves 8 presidents during his tenure as a butler in the White House. The civil rights movement, Vietnam, and other major events affects this man's life, family, and American society. So that is the movie, and it's already purchased, so no problemo for Friday. You're good to go. Saturday is our men's breakfast, and it's also our ladies' luncheon, and that leaves at 10:30 a.m. So that is going to Shang Chen. It's a Chinese restaurant, I believe, in St. Paul. So I brought the list here for the ladies' luncheon. I want to make sure that you are always, if you sign up for this, people have to cross their name out and cancel for various reasons, sickness, etc., something comes up. So make sure you're just watching the list. I try the week that there is the excursion to type it up. And so that will be the final tally. So make sure you're just watching it. And I've also been told sometimes people don't always show up. Now I have started the $5 deposit, so that's really been an incentive for people to show up for the ladies' luncheon. But sometimes things happen. You can always call down to the front desk and see if there's a last minute cancellation. It does occur. But make sure, I guess my main point is that you're looking at the list. And that you're on the list, so that if you show up for the departure, you know you're on the list and there's no errors. I hope that makes sense. Okay, that's all I got. Is there any questions? Yes, ma'am. I'm afraid.
I'd just like to make a clarification on the free play.
Yes, ma'am.
At a high school. It is by reservation. So if you're not going with Ridgepoint, be sure to call there and see, because it does fill up. It's fantastic, but it's only free for that performance.
Okay, so Nora was sharing with us that this particular production, they opened it up to people to reserve seating. So it was something that I organized thanks to Norma. She actually passed that along, the information about the Wayzata play. So I did arrange that several weeks ago for the tickets. So I couldn't tell you, pardon me?
What performance is it?
It's Cinderella. It's Cinderella, yep. So yes, so clarification, I have reserved 21 seats. I can't tell you if they're full or not. That would be something you would have to do on your own if you have yet to sign up. So thank you. That's come out clear, Norma? Okay. And there was another hand. Yes, Sam?
The TED Talks, how does one access those?
Pardon me?
The TED Talks.
Yes.
How does one get to those?
How does one, oh, okay. So Sam was asking, how does one get to the TED Talks? The TED Talks are recorded on 991, so 1 p.m. you should be able to go on to your 991 and they would be playing for you. Someone puts it on and it's recorded ahead of time. In addition to that, you can go to the library and there's a link on the library to watch that, and there's a third way. If you have access to YouTube, you could go onto the Ridgepoint YouTube station, and there is various ways. There's recorded TED Talks on there that I make, so you can go on and watch those at your leisure. Any of them, they're all recorded. Mm-hmm.
And if you have access to YouTube, you can go anytime and look at any of those topics when you feel like you're ready to watch it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So at any time, any of the topics previous, they're always there for your access. Thanks, Sam, for bringing that up. That's really important. So, and if YouTube in general seems intimidating to you, maybe that would be a great tech class that I will make sure and have, so that you are not intimidated by something like that and are aware how to use YouTube, because it is an amazing source. Not only our Ridgepoint YouTube station, but just in general, it's a great source. So I'll make sure and get a tech class on that topic. All right. Is everyone pretty familiar with using YouTube? So we'll have a tech class. All right, I'm gonna hand it over to Jeff.
Good morning. I know the clapping was for Jillian, not for me. I don't turn my back on this group. I'm ready to defend off rotten tomatoes and all that stuff. How tall is the Eiffel Tower?
Very tall. Very.
Yeah. How many stories?
Lots. One story.
Well, we've got the kids' table hollering out ridiculous stuff. It's 81 stories high.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big building. I did want to give you folks an update. Last Friday, Travis Kelsey flew to Buenos Aires to watch Taylor have her concert, and Mother Nature cooperated, and it rained and she had to cancel the concert So those two lovebirds got to spend the night together. Yes. Okay. When 51 years ago, man landed on the moon, right? Was it 1972? 67? 69. So that's 54 years ago. And we can't figure out how to regulate the temperature in our hallways. That's why George wears shorts. We're working on it, folks. It's just so frustrating. There's a couple pieces of good news today. Yesterday, they're working on the figuring out the drain tile, and we've talked about that ad nauseum. Yesterday, they found right behind George, outside there, the drain tile is collapsed. So this week, they're going to bring a mini bobcat down there and dig and repair that, and hopefully they said hopefully that's like a 5 or 10 foot piece that we replace, but that's best case, and worst case would be that it's collapsed quite a bit more, but we'll know more once they get in there.
One of the things you should emphasize in this complex is fairly old, so it's not surprising that we have some of the infrastructure that has failed.
Yes, Mike says the complex here is fairly old, so that's why some of the infrastructure goes to heck. And just as a matter of fact, that's why some of your infrastructure has gone to pot. We're all old around here. I have to lay in bed and stretch for 10 minutes before I walk downstairs, otherwise I feel like I'm gonna fall. Jillian, you don't know what we're talking about, do ya? You're too busy smiling and inviting people to exercise class.
I'm just gonna make one observation.
Let me decide whether it's an observation or not, Marcia.
Over on that wall, I noticed that there's a pile of sand by the floor, so you might think about
Ants?
looking at that. No, it didn't look like it, so maybe you should look, maybe the infrastructure's going to heck in a handbasket over there.
That's our new sandbox.
Okay. Marcia's bothered by some sand outside here, so we'll check that out. Inside.
Right over there.
All right. We do have ants down here from time to time.
Yes.
Okay. And also 991, you'll notice that wasn't working on Monday. It's a long story, but for 991 to get on, we've got to have one computer talk to another. And when that conversation got broken, we lost 991. Now we figured out how to do an end run around that. So is 991 up this morning?
Yes.
Okay, good. And now we just have to get that connection back online, and then hopefully you won't notice anything else. Does anyone have any questions on anything? Ann?
Yeah, when are the mirrors going to be put up?
When are the mirrors going to be put up? I am not sure. Linda is working on the mirrors, but I'm not sure. I'm just so glad that we are where we are with the decorating. I think those halls, I like them more the more times I go through them. And but I'll check with Linda on the mirrors, and we'll see where that leads us. Anything else?
Yeah.
Ann?
Every so often, somebody parks between the handicap spots where the lines are, where nobody's supposed to park. So what is the concierge role in talking to those people?
People park in the thatched area between the two handicap spots. Yeah, if the concierge sees that, yeah, they should do that. But there's no, sometimes, honestly, there's no accounting for ignorance. And I mean, what can we do? I mean, yep, we could have the concierge sit and look at the parking lot all day
No.
and wag their finger. But sometimes I notice too, it's the people that are in such a hurry that their lives are more important than everyone else's. They're the ones that park in the bad spots and all that stuff. So I don't know what there is to do.
But when they're parked there, you can't get your walker out.
Yep. I mean, I guess if it was a completely acute problem and it was the same car over and over, we could call the police and they get a nice little fine for parking in the handicap spot. Has anyone seen the Minnetonka police drive through lately?
Yeah.
There's a retired community service officer that drives through every now and then, and he'll get you for expired tabs and parking and things like that. So, where am I here? Okay. Catherine Simonson, I did not see her today. It's her birthday. Oh, any newcomers here today? Jeanette, would you want to stand up and tell us a little bit about yourself? Where you're from, where you live?
My name is Jeanette Combs. I moved here from East Grand Forks, Minnesota. For those who don't know where that is, it's about 5 hours north, an hour north of Fargo, North Dakota.
In the world's largest pool table.
And I'm a retired third grade teacher. I moved here because I have a son who lives in Shorewood, and his 5 children are all within 10 minutes of here. So
Very nice.
I'm in room 417 West. So this is my first time at this meeting, and I certainly enjoyed seeing all of you and hoping to meet you too. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you very much. You can tell that she was a teacher because she talks loud enough for everyone to hear. Unfortunately, the infrastructure and some of the people listening is deteriorated where we don't hear all that well. So you can rewatch Jeanette's talk on Coffee Chats and turn your TV up as loud as it goes. Did I already wish Catherine Simonson a happy birthday?
Yes.
She's such a nice gal, she deserves 2 anyway. Tomorrow, Carol Kappas. And on the 17th, Chris Corpus Spotted Eagle. His brother, what was his brother's name? Who used to live here? Cal Corpus. Beautiful guys. On the 18th, Bob Mickler. There he is. On the 19th, my son must need money. Can anyone relate to that? A college kid calling you?
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Bob Mickler on the 18th, Pam Alley and Gloria Luger on the 19th. And that's it. Let's sing happy birthday to our friends. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.